Hi, my name is Rene Doria from Group 3 with Alexa, Mac, and Zubair. Currently, I am out of the country, and this is the reason why I am pre-recording my part of this presentation. Across the globe, 2 out of 10 people do not have access to safe drinking water. And in the US, many states face water shortages and droughts. Americans use 24 gallons of water each day to flush their toilets, approximately 5.8 billion gallons. What a waste. As the global population continues to grow and climate change results in more water crisis, where will we find enough water to meet our needs? The answer may be from the recycled municipal wastewater. Because of engineering and scientific advancements in wastewater treatment, reclaimed municipal wastewater is now as good or better than the regular tap water. So here's our topic. What are the main challenges associated with reuse of reclaimed municipal wastewater? Highlight challenges and then present what is going on, what is being done to address one or more of these challenges. Let's watch this short video.
The process of cleaning wastewater is an effective way to reuse water that involves many steps. New technologies are working to reduce the cost and amount of energy used to clean water and make it easier to recycle wastewater for human consumption.
That's what's happening in Orange County in Southern California. Orange County faces chronic water shortages. To meet the needs of its growing population, the county spent $500 million on a state-of-the-art water treatment plant. It's the first of its kind in the United States.
There's few new sources of water, and this is going to be one that's going to be key. Environmentally friendly, cost competitive, and it recycles.
The facility treats the sewage with advanced filtration techniques, such as reverse osmosis, where high pressure sends water molecules through ultrafine membranes. Ultraviolet light is also used to remove contaminants. But the biggest challenges are not technological.
One of the problems these type of projects has to overcome is separating the toilet from the tap. The process is state-of-the-art technology, but unless the people are willing to accept the water, all the engineering goes for naught.
So
The process of
separating the toilet from the tap. This is what we call the emotion of disgust and ideas of contamination. It calls upon our revulsion at waste and our deep-seated intuitions about contamination. Another quick video that discusses about the emotion of disgust.
Would you like to eat a brownie shaped like a piece of poop? Or slurp delicious soup out of a newly sanitized bedpan? Or drink a freshly squeezed glass of juice into which someone had dipped a sterilized cockroach? Perhaps unsurprisingly, when actually put in these scenarios, most people turn them all down. Even the brownie. That's because even though these snacks are perfectly safe to eat, human brains are built to trigger powerful feelings of disgust at even the slightest suggestion of contamination. Even now that we have rational ways of figuring out what's safe, disgust still makes some of our decisions for us. The drought-prone Tri-Valley area of Northern California, which in the late 1990s built a multi-million-dollar water plant that used reverse osmosis to recycle sewage water into drinking water. It wasn't an untested idea. Water recycling plants in Namibia, Singapore, and even Southern California had been churning out clean, potable water for years using the same technology. But the idea of drinking something that used to have poop floating in it made some locals so queasy that they began filing lawsuits, and the plant closed before it even opened.
So what is being done to overcome this disgust challenge? Continuing with a short video.
Studies show that time and distance are some of the best antidotes to disgust. In one survey, only 1/3 of people said they'd drink recycled water if it were added directly to pipes, but 2/3 would drink it if it spent time in reservoirs first, even though the pipe water and reservoir water were equally clean. In other words, we can trick ourselves out of our irrational disgust by doing irrational things, like letting recycled water sit in a tank for a while before we drink it. Another trick is to rebrand that recycled water. Singapore quickly gained public support for their recycled water by calling it new water. Finally, people are more willing to take the plunge when circumstances become dire. After another 15 years of droughts and mandatory water restrictions, the Northern Californians changed their minds and asked the Water Authority to look into getting the poop water plant, the pure new sparkly clean fun water facility, running again.
So creating time and distance between the source of recycled municipal water and the immediate source of drinking water, branding recycled wastewater as new water or pure water to eliminate the negative connotation, promote water conservation when water is scarce, and public education are some of the things that have been suggested to overcome the principle of disgust. In 2015, at the Bay Area survey, when the California applied those principles and asked this question from the survey, how would you feel about mixing advanced treated recycled water into the supply of drinking water? That is, water treated with ultrafiltration, reverse osmosis, and advanced oxidations. And the overall support was 61%, more support from men and just a little bit over half support from women. In other words, the perspective is changing regarding the recycled municipal wastewater. Currently, Texas, California, New Mexico, Virginia, Arizona, New Jersey, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, North Carolina, and Ohio all have actually programs that use the reclaimed wastewater as potable water to supply to their potable water. The future is bright in the reuse, but there is still a lot of challenges to overcome. Dr. Shane Snyder, professor of environmental engineering at the University of Arizona and a member of the Science Advisory Panel, is now studying public perception of recycled water and is finding that if they trust the utility, the majority of people understand that recycling water is unavoidable. Thank you very much. This is the end of my presentation.